Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Factorio. Hope you guys have been enjoying the series so far. If you guys have, you guys know what to do, smash the like button if you haven't done so already. And with that, let's get into the episode. So, in between episodes, some of the things we did here planet side are starting to get the extra scrap islands put together so that we can get the quality scrap we need. However, we need... where is it? We need more turbo belt, which we're just kind of waiting to build up. However, I'm gonna see if we can increase that because we need more belts. Just gonna increase our buffer. Okay. And then here on Aquilo, we're still Aquiloing. Foundations are coming along nicely. And then I don't think we've done any changes here. We're mainly just waiting for this guy. But this requires more green circuits, which we're gonna maybe try to tackle soon. So, designing engines, as the last episode suggested, is hard. Designing fusion reactor, slightly less so. This should work thereabouts. But now we need to plumb the whole thing up. So, one of the things is we need fuel to come all the way down, like so. Technically, we probably don't need this much fuel. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this guy and split it. Now, the other thing we need to do is if we look here on Aquilo, this guy, this one guy here powers this whole thing. Now, each one of these fusion generators produces 2 units of hot fluoroketone every second, right? This guy is going to consume... Yeah, is that the base one? Yeah. Is going to consume 2 every 1 second. So we have to figure out our consumption rates. Thankfully, we have handy dandy rate calculator. That's not going to show it. Oh yeah, this is why I play with Helmod. Okay, we can do this calculation by hand. All right, so this guy consumes 4 a second for cold times 6, so 24. And we said we need to be able to produce... Is it not that? Oh, it's FLU. Apparently it doesn't show me up there. Okay. But let's just grab a plant and do it this way. So each one of these, so it's essentially a 1-to-1 conversion with this, right? So whatever we put in, we're gonna need the 1-to-1 conversion. So with this, each generator here is gonna produce 2 a second, and we're gonna consume 4 a second. Now, that is gonna mean that 24 is getting... No. My brain hurts. That would mean only one of these can support 2. Because otherwise we're gonna have excess. Right? Right? Is my brain... Why's my brain hurting? Because we're gonna end up with more hot fluoroketone than cold. Because this is gonna end up producing... Just from 4, we're gonna produce 8 a second. And we're only gonna consume 4 of those. I mean, it's a net neutral loop. Like, we're not gaining more than one. It's just the equation in my brain hurts. Um, but it's not actually consuming the product or producing the product. It's just we have to have that much in the loop, basically. Okay. So we just need to make sure that one of these guys is capable of satisfying all of those. So let's go ahead and throw... What are the best speed modules we currently have produced? Oh, we have one legendary. Okay. I don't really have a good stockpile. We have these uncommon 3s, or what we have a lot of. So we'll base it on an uncommon 3. Right. However, it's not going to modify this. I wish it would show you what the crafting time would be even with that. So we know the crafting speed is 2. Right. And we're modifying it by... I think it's 65%, so 0.65. You know what? It's not gonna do it there. And this won't let me modify. Yeah, okay. So 0.65 is the modifier. Because does it show me that? That does show me. Because it's percentage based. Yeah, so we just add those percents up. Okay. So then the normal crafting speed is, I think, 2 a second. So then plus whatever 65 times 6% is. We're gonna find out if that did that right. 65 times 6. Right, 390%. Right. So 390% plus 2. 5.9? That seems off. I mean, that would just be 3.9 times 2, right? So it'd be a 7.8 craft. That's more in line. So then, well, let's try it with here. 2.4 times 2. 2.4 times 2 is 4.8. Why is my math off? Oh, you know what? Because we're not accounting for the base. What? Yeah. It's right, but it's not right. If it makes sense. Let's see. So if we have 2 plus 240%, it is the 6.8. So 2 plus 240%. Yeah, this calculator's not doing it in here. Okay. Well, that's why we have it on our phone. So 2 plus 390%. So it should be 9.8. Yeah, okay, so it's not adding the base, because we're not adding the base rate of 100%. Okay. Cool. So, knowing that, we have a crafting speed of, or should have a crafting speed of 9.8 on this. So, 9.8 would... I forget we always have to look at it this way. Oh, brain hurts. That's why you don't do math at any time in your day unless you absolutely have to. 4 in to 4 out. So it's a 1-to-1. Okay. So that should produce us. Let me see. So we are producing this liquid. One in. And we have speed 3. I'm just trying to punch it all in to see. So what, that should be 200. Because that's in seconds, right? Yeah. So that should be 24 per second. I think. Yeah, that should be 24.8 is what I got with these modules in it. So, if we're producing 24.8 per second, and we're only consuming 24, we're going to gain 8. Okay, so cool. So that one machine should be sufficient for this whole endeavor. Awesome. So what we're going to do is we are going to take this. It does not appear to want to do what I want. Alright, that's fine. So let's go ahead and route this pipe. Like so. Like so. There. That should pass coolant to everything. It's gonna look really squirrely when it's done, but you know what? I think it's gonna be fun. Okay, so let's design one half and then we'll design the other. That's what I've done with previous ship designs. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this, connect it here in the middle, and then the fun part is gonna be how and where do we route it, right? So let's start there, and then like so. See, it's always hard with ghost images because I don't know how far it needs to go. So I think we have a pipeline somewhere. Yeah, we do. I just want to find what the max distance is without having to count it. Okay. And then like so, like so. Alright, so the whole top should be connected. Whole bottom should be connected, so now we just need to connect the middle. I think we can do like this. Okay. Yeah, there we go. It should all be hooked up now for the waste. So then if we take, oh, let's go far side like this. There we go. Alright, so now we need to figure out a way to get fusion cells into each of these. Well, these guys are going to be easy, right? So now I just need these bottom 3, which are going to be less easy. So if we just did something like that. Now we're going to clean that up, like so. Like so. Okay. So then, let's see. So this won't... Oh. So they... I don't like that. They need to change that. I need to be able to see my ghost images underground. Where... I don't... I guess we could place it here. Just... because, like, if it's gonna let me do it there, let me do it up here. Okay, so it's too large. How are we gonna... I mean, we could do here, down, up. Kinda looks a little fugly, but you know what? I think we can do it. Okay. So let's just do... because that to me just seems like such a waste if we do it like that. Like, that seems fine. Let's plan it. It's not even gonna place it. Like, that kind of irks me with these ghost images. It's like, just let it place. You know? But instead... oh, I don't know if it's gonna place on that one. Let's find out. It is just short. Okay. Like, come on. Why you gotta be like that? Okay, like so. Like, it's one of those things that it irritates me that the ghost images don't, at least with the underground mounts, they don't automatically continue in the correct direction as if you were placing them. Instead, they stop doing. Like, they just continue as if you haven't placed any at all, which, I mean, I guess is fair. Technically, you haven't. So I see why it's doing it, but I don't like it. I don't agree with it. Whatever. Okay, so that's almost there. Oh, I guess we'll just do something. Oh. Like so. Alright, we'll do something like that. Doesn't look great, but it functions. It's basically the same thing we have down here, where it wraps around, it goes in the same way, pretty much. Thankfully, everything just passes through nice and easily, so we're good there. And then that should give us everything we need in terms of getting this routed. Oh, let's put our splitters here. Okay, so that should be fuel input. The one thing is we're going to have to prime the system, so we'll have to do a temporary one of these cryogenic plants somewhere up here just to make sure that it gets everywhere. And then I'll probably rework this a little bit, because, like, technically we could do, I don't know, do some stacking or sorts. I'm sure there's a more compact version of this. It works. We got this done. So the next thing we're going to work on, probably, I'm going to try to work on it this weekend before I record, is going to be the thruster oxide and fuel that we're going to need in terms of machines. I think we're only going to need about one machine each for the number of thrusters we have, even at full bore. I think we should be fine. And then we need to rework this front in its entirety, because this just isn't working. So we'll get that going, and then we'll figure out defenses on the sides, and then kind of how this is going to shape up. I have an idea for what this is going to look like. I'm thinking we're going to taper it in more, but I just have to kind of start laying things down, and then the shape kind of takes place. But we'll get there. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you guys did, you guys know what to do. Smash the like button if you haven't done so already. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, tips, tricks, or anything else, leave that down below. With that, I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. Peace out.